Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. In today's video, we're going to talk about Samsung refrigerators and what's causing the backup where water is going into your crisper container. So let's check this out. So for us, the water was pooling inside this drawer. We didn't have the lid on at the time. A lot of Samsung refrigerators, they will pull over, and in this bottom spot you'll get a lot of water that will pull up, and then it will eventually fall over and then get on your floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out all the shelving to get this back unit, and we're going to start now. To get this last shelf out right here, there are two little buttons. One's right here and on the other side. And if you kind of pinch the two and you can lift the shelf and then pull it back out, and then it'll come. And then this shelf right here, it lifts up. This top shelf up here just lifts and kind of folds into spots, so we're not going to need to take that out, but it will stay out of the way of taking off this back panel here. So we've pinched this side, and if you just kind of lift and slide it up, it comes right on out. So with this bottom shelf here, we've already pinched the items, and you kind of work it out, and then it slides kind of up and then out. Once you pull out all the shelves, there's a screw right here, right on this bottom, and then behind this little panel here, you're gonna have to pop that off, and then there's another screw. They're different sizes. This one along this panel is a longer screw, and you don't want to mix them up. Plastic paneling, you don't want to break it, so you want to make sure that you get the right screw in the right spot. Alright, I got most of the screws off. Finally, this last one. Once you take this last screw off, the whole bar comes out though. So that's the last step before you take off this back panel. I've heard in this panel, some people like to use kind of medium heat for a hair dryer. You can use like a ply tool, but you got to be gentle so you don't crack the plastic molding on it though. So we're going to gently just pop it off now. Alright, we're about to take the back panel off though. So when taking it apart though, I ran a pry tool around the edges though to make sure that the plastic wasn't damaged, and separation. You can see these little hinges in each one little spot here. I felt that these little areas right here were good to help pry out the top part of it. There's the blue cable and the white cable. They need to be separated so that the panel can come out. This right here, the two right plugs where the electricity goes, that's where you're going to want to take those off so that the front panel can get out. Alright, the panel's off now. So this kind of is the area where the ice forms a little bit. You can see you'll have the buildup here. Ice will start forming or falling off of here. It could potentially be on the wall. You could have some ice in this spot here too. But this is the area where we're going to try and thaw out. Alright, for this, what we're going to do is we're going to take a hair dryer. We're going to dry that out, allow it to have water that can run freely through, and then we're going to add kind of an aftermarket part from Samsung. You can use hot water turkey baster and put hot water in and then suck out the cold hot water. You can use a hair dryer. This shelf is pretty good where you can lower the shelf and set up the hair dryer to spray it on down to kind of heat it. You can leave the door open and let it air dry out. So those are the options, so we're gonna melt this now. We got everything cleared out. We've got our new part installed. It just wraps around our defrost heater, and it goes down that drain hole. I'm gonna link the part number. This drain evaporator clip is part number DA61067996A. And for that part, you can get that at Amazon, a lot of other online retailers. I think it's like $6 or $7, and it ships to your house. Once you have that part installed, you want to reattach your cabling, put the door back on, and then we're going to reapply the screws. One of the final things that you may want to check, though, is if any of these drainage reservoirs, any of the tubes get clogged up. They've got a pinch end on them. They can get built up and create clogs, which can move all the way up to the inside of your refrigerator. So there's a freezer one and a refrigerator one as well. So that may be one thing that you want to double check as well.